He actually showed up. I repeat, he actually showed up. So Day and Night rapper Kid Cudi actually showed up and testified against Diddy in court yesterday officially. And what he said basically had the court laughing. He said he had an encounter with Diddy, and then Diddy looked like a Marvel supervillain, turned around with his hands behind his back like that. And I guess it was a light moment. Everybody started laughing. He also testified that not only did he make the connection with Diddy and the car bombing incident, which turned out to be a Molotov cocktail that was thrown into the roof of Kid Cudi's vehicle, he also testified that his house was allegedly broken into, and he could tell that somebody was there because when he approached his front door, his camera was moved to the side so that it wasn't filming anybody that was coming to the door. Also, he had some, I guess, some packages or some gifts that he had in his home that were unwrapped. And his dog was acting very strangely, and his dog was locked up in the bathroom. And if you're a dog owner, pet owner, if you don't normally lock your dog or your cat up like that, that's obviously a red flag. Somebody was here. How the hell did my dog end up locked up in the bathroom? Not only that, but he testified that his dog was visibly and noticeably like shaken up after the fact and, for a while after that incident. Also, just to point out, it was actually Cassie that gave Diddy Kid Cudi's address right before the alleged break in took place. So take it for whatever that's worth. And you could say, well, obviously she was under duress. She didn't want to be hurt by Diddy, or she didn't know what his reaction would be. But on the other side of that, you can also say, well, she gave Diddy Kid Cudi's address, and then Kid Cudi's home gets broken into, and his car catches fire from a Molotov cocktail. Like that almost points to, you know, uh, you were involved, literally. That points to involvement. But then again, we'll see how this all plays out. And again, this all happened as a result of Diddy finding out that Cassie was actually dating Kid Cudi at the same time. Now, according to Kid Cudi, he was under the impression that Cassie was no longer messing with Diddy, and that's why they started talking. So the prosecution, I believe, at one point, or I'm sorry, the defense at one point asked him or told him basically, like, so Cassie played you and she played Diddy at the same time. And then Kid Cudi basically agreed and said, yeah. So there's that. Those were two crazy things that I heard. The Marvel Supervillain Association also, that he linked Diddy to an alleged break-in that happened. And I guess he had talked to Diddy about this whole Cassie situation, and they had met up, and he asked Diddy like, okay, so what are we gonna do about my car? And Diddy's like, what car? So I just want to give you guys a little bit of what I was hearing about the testimony that came out. Let me know if you have any more details that you want to add. I'll bring you more details as this trial progresses. They had another guy that testified named George. Um, George, dang, I forgot his last name, but I'm gonna do the video on that next probably. And like I said, leave me more information in the comment section if you got more information, or if you have anything that you want to add. Love, peace, and light, folks. Remember, love more than you hate. And I catch you guys on the next one. All right, flip out.